Hey, Richest you Money Maniacs, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about the difference between an MLM and an illegal pyramid scheme. Let's get to it. Hey, Money Maniacs, Tom coming at you, Richest you. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to say thanks to all of our new subscribers too. It's really exciting to see so many people joining our YouTube channel. So huge thanks to everybody out there, especially if you just became a new subscriber. I'm really excited to be sharing all of this information with everybody, and I really appreciate you taking the time to check out our videos and subscribe to the channel. Make sure too, if you have any questions or you have topics you think you'd like to hear me talk about, just let me know in the comments. So for this video, I wanted to talk about something that still seems to cause some confusion in public, especially with what's happening in the economy right now. There's a huge misunderstanding about the difference between a multi-level marketing company and a pyramid scheme.
A network marketing company allows you to build your own business by creating a group of distributors and customers that consume the products sold by the company.
That sounds like one of those pyramid things.
A lot of folks still believe that a multi-level marketing company is actually a scam. It's actually, they call it a pyramid scheme or it's a Ponzi scheme and it can't work and nobody ever makes any money, which is just not true at all. In fact, Amway has proven since the 1970s that you can get really rich in a multi-level marketing business if you just do it long enough, consistently, the right way. So that isn't the only part of it though. A big part of the reason that there's a challenge in terms of understanding is because most folks don't understand what actually makes a pyramid scheme a pyramid scheme. So a pyramid scheme is something that actually is a business model that literally has just one or two or three people at the top and then recruits more people to be able to get that money funneled up through by making profit from recruitment. So there's some really distinct differences between an MLM and a pyramid. In fact, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, makes it very clear that it is a pyramid scheme if there is no product, and also if you have to pay a large upfront fee to get in, and also if you have to maintain a large amount of inventory, product or service or otherwise, and also if it's extremely complicated to be able to understand the commission structure or the payout structure. So if those elements are in a business model, then you know for sure that it's a pyramid scheme, because a pyramid scheme means that it won't last. It means that the people at the top are going to make the most money and all the people down at the bottom and working the most are not going to make barely anything at all. So that's the distinguishing difference. I'm going to list those again to make it very, very clear. What makes a pyramid scheme? No product, complex payment structure. You have to pay to join, and you have to maintain a large amount of inventory, expensive inventory. So now that you understand what a pyramid scheme actually looks like, let's talk about a multi-level marketing.
In a good network marketing company, you can make more money than the people above you if you are more productive.
Are you sure it isn't a pyramid scheme?
Multi-level marketing often requires a small fee to get in because you have to have a sales kit. For instance, Amway, they have a small sales kit that you have to buy to get into the company to be able to become your own distributor. Now remember something, when you join a company like that, you're an independent contractor. You are not an employee of the company. You own your own little company, your own distributorship, sort of like a franchise. Now you also have to buy this sales kit to get started. So it's a minimal expense to get in, a couple $100, some products so that you understand what the company is about.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
But you also have a sponsor, someone who brought you in and is supposed to help guide you. Now that actually can work to your favor, because now you have kind of a mentor who's going to help you make the best of starting your own business for a very, very small amount of money.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
You know, you got to consider, for most of history, Almost nobody could start their own business because they didn't have the money to do it. You had to be rich already to start a business. But now, thanks to the internet and multi-level marketing, you can start a business on your own and turn it into $1 million business in just about overnight, in 1 year, 1 or 2 years, as if it was nothing. It's so easy to do compared to what it used to be in the past.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
I think a lot of people have forgotten to show appreciation and gratitude for the fact that MLMs have actually made that not only legal, but really easy to do for very low entry cost. Now, a lot of them are actually free. Here's an MLM that you may not have thought of that you can start up for free. You can be an Amazon affiliate. You can sign up for Amazon and you could put up links all day long on the internet and make money off those links from people just clicking through and buying things from Amazon.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
That's multi-level marketing, guys. That's an MLM. Now, here's the other thing to keep in mind. When people say, oh, it's an MLM, oh no. Listen, look around you right now. How many people are out of work? How many people have no jobs and no income and are begging for money from the government? Oh, please help me feed myself. Help me feed my family. Oh, please, I can't meet my bills. Because they didn't do any kind of planning. They have no emergency fund, no investments. They weren't looking toward the future. They weren't saving for a rainy day. They were spend, 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 spend. Borrow, borrow, borrow. Now, that's all done. And you can be sure that it's not coming back for a long time. In fact, the wealth transfer that's occurring in this country is beyond historic. It is epic. This is going to be written about for the next 100, 200, 350, 1,000 years. How big it got and how stupid we were because it was the entire world. So if there was ever a time in history where you need to consider all your options for generating revenue, now is the time. And you know the wonderful thing is, multi-level marketing companies have been doing it for so long and they're so good at it that they can even teach you how to actually do it right. And that's the real key. Because a lot of folks will start something and they won't do it right. They think they know better. And then they'll say, oh, well, it didn't work. They didn't even follow the instructions. The instructions are to do it the way they tell you and stick to it long enough. If you don't stick to anything long enough, no one's going to take you seriously, least of all your friends or family or anybody you run into. If you were to jump from job to job to job to job and blame it on the employer, after a while, everybody's going to look at you and say, you know, doesn't seem like it's the employers. It seems like there's something wrong with you.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
The same thing is true of multi-level marketing companies. So if you decide to experiment with it, make sure you pick one that you really believe in. You do your homework, you make sure it's a legitimate multi-level marketing company, that they have a product, that there's not a huge fee to get in, you're not required to hold a lot of inventory, and the commission structure is really easy to understand. It's super, super easy. But the most important thing of all is you've got to believe in the product. You got to believe in the company because you're going to be doing this for quite a while. Even when people tell you, you're crazy, man, that multi-level marketing, it's a pyramid scheme. That's a scam. Nobody ever makes any money with those things. That is a bold-faced lie. The statistics show clearly that multi-level marketing makes wealth for a whole bunch of people on this planet. There's a whole bunch of really great companies besides Amway. And there's a whole bunch more being developed already as we're speaking. And here's why. Because there's a need for some way to generate revenue. And you know what? A lot of folks don't know what to do. And they need someone to hold their hand. They need a sponsor who has instructions for them to follow and a small little chunk of money to get them in and get started. Some of them are even free. You know, that's the wonderful thing about YouTube. There's actually videos of how to do all of these types of things. Look up any multi-level marketing company on YouTube and see what people say about it. Do your homework. Stop sitting around waiting for somebody to just hand it to you. You got to do your homework. But multi-level marketing companies can actually really help a lot. Now you have to work hard and you have to be consistent, but after some time, if you do it right and you follow their instructions, you'll find success with it, whatever multi-level marketing company it is. Those models just work. In fact, they work so well that some people build big enough companies where they have enough people below them and enough distributors who are successful below them that they actually sell their distributorship to an investor. That's how valuable multi-level marketing companies are. Investors will buy completed legs of companies, people who have distributorships that have good, steady growth and lots of people, and it's got revenue in it. They will come in instead of building from scratch like you might have to, and they'll just buy it up. Now they own all the revenue that comes from all those people down below them working their business and buying those products. That is how big multi-level marketing is. So when you hear somebody say, oh, it's a scam or it's a pyramid scheme, you need to ask them, do you know what a pyramid scheme even is? Because nowadays, you need to consider all your options. Always keep your mind open, but always use discernment. And the wonderful thing is you've got the internet, you're watching this video, so that means you can go and do homework and find out if it's a legitimate business or if it really is a pyramid scheme.
Aren't you going to try to recruit me?
No.
Why not?
I thought you said it was a pyramid scheme.
I did, but I think I want to join now.
I would rather shove thumbtacks into my eyes and walk into traffic than have an incompetent moron like you on my team.
I hope you found this video helpful, and I really hope that if you're looking for a way to make money, you consider multi-level marketing businesses. I know I do, and I do all the time. In fact, in our links on a regular basis, in our comments or in our descriptions, we post stuff that we have affiliate links to on a regular basis, simply because we love their products and they offer a multi-level marketing model. And so why not? I love it. And if someone else gets value out of it from one of these videos, okay, they are willing to pay me. I'm willing to post the link. And if you don't think that's a good way to do business or a good way to do videos on YouTube, you should really rethink your moral structure there. I think that that's an excellent way to be able to make money, especially if it's something that you really believe in. So I hope that you found this video to be helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you have questions or if you just want to debate me on it, definitely make some comments down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to be able to update you every time a new video goes up. All right, guys, see you next time.